cutoff was about 110 to 120 marks out of the 300 marks. What is the ideal case? The ideal case is we all know the Jan first attempt, right? For JEE Mains, this is going to happen somewhere mid of January to end of January. Class 11th is important in general because a lot of ideas that we cover in class 11th get repeated in class 12th. In class 11th, or what you can do is, the better approach would be to solve part test. Hello students, welcome to PWJ English. So in this video, it is going to be crucial for all the class 12 students who just entered class 12, right? So in this lecture, we are going to talk about the class 12th or JEE Mains strategy in general, okay, for JEE 2027. So we are going to talk about the important things that you must keep in mind other than just lectures and DPPs, okay, if you want to ensure that your rank is the best possible, okay. So this is important if you want to maximize your output. So firstly, before we talk about any strategies, it is important to keep in mind a target, okay, and that target can vary depending upon who's watching, but if we talk about the JEE 2025 results, because the 2026 results are just about to come, right, the data needs to be compiled. So we will take a look at what happened in JEE 2025. So the cutoff was about 110 to 120 marks out of the 300 marks, right? And this is approximately like 93 percentile for those who are wondering. And this is probably what a lot of you guys are targeting, which is 99 percentile. And for this, you need approximately like 180 to 200. It depends on the shift, right? As you can see, there is a large variation in marks, 175 to 200. So depending upon how hard of a shift you get, it can vary a bit, right? If it's a harder shift, the marks required for 99 will be lower and vice versa. So now this is approximately like 15,000, 16,000 rank, and if you guys are targeting like better ranks, then the thing is like for 99.5, if this is your target, what you can do is you can add 20 marks to the lower limit and the upper limit. Okay, so that will be around 200 to 220 marks if you are targeting 99.5. So this is just to keep a ballpark figure of what should be your target. Okay. Now moving on. So what is the ideal case? The ideal case is we all know the Jan first attempt, the Jan attempt, right? For JEE Mains, this is going to happen somewhere mid of January to end of January. Before this, before the Jan attempt, that is, let's just say by the starting of January, by the starting of January, what all should have been done by you? So first thing is 12th syllabus should be properly covered from start to end. Second is revision of 12th and 11th both, right? Because we cannot neglect class 11th. Class 11th and 12th, their weightage is almost 50-50, right? The weightage of topics from class 11th and 12th is roughly uniform. It can vary between shifts because in some shifts of January, we observed that more questions were being asked from class 12th. But nonetheless, class 11th is equally, if not more important for JEE Mains, okay? So class 11th is important in general because a lot of ideas that we cover in class 11th get repeated in class 12th, right? So class 11th is extremely important. So we cannot like completely ignore class 11th, okay, and focus entirely on 12th, because in that way you are not going to optimize your rank, right? By the time like December and January comes, your 11th portion will be weak and you will struggle a lot at that time. So we need to also keep in mind 11th revision along with the 12th preparation. Okay, so that is important if you guys are targeting the best rank possible. Okay, so, and in my opinion, there are different ways to revise class 11th, right? You can use your notes that you made, while you were learning in class 11th, or what you can do is the better approach would be to solve part test. Okay, so like for example, in electrostatics, which is going to be the first topic for you guys, what you can do is you can ask your teacher what are the important topics, okay, and in electrostatics the important topics are mechanics, SHM, right? SHM in particular, mechanics and vectors, right? These are some important topics that you must cover that are part of class 11th, which we will extensively use in electrostatics. So what you can do is you can pick up a part test. So if you are part of the PW batches, then you get infinite access to a lot of questions. So you can pick up part test, select mechanics, okay, and maybe like solve like 15 to 20 questions. You can solve more or less depending upon how much free time you are having, which are like mechanics and SHM questions, okay. And once you solve it, of course, you are going to get some correct, you are going to get some wrong, okay. And some question you guys would have no idea how to solve, okay. All of that you are going to clear while you are analyzing the test, right? So these questions which you knew how to solve but got wrong, this is probably some silly error which you guys are making. So you can correct it while you're analyzing. And the questions you have no idea, you can like quickly cover that, you know, through YouTube, or what you can do is you can ignore it for now. But the best and most efficient way to revise, you know, a topic which you have already studied is through part test, okay. Part test just means like a test in which the syllabus is finite, right? So like in this case, if you're covering mechanics for electrostatics, you can quickly choose a mechanics part test and cover it. So this is the best way in my opinion, or you guys can just use your notes as well. But it is important to, you know, revise class 11th topics as you are studying class 12th. You don't have to give too much time to it, but it is still important to cover at least a little bit, okay. It shouldn't be 0% class 11th and 100% class 12th. So okay, so firstly, you know, in terms of priority, you guys can first cover the topics that are directly used in class 12th. As I said, for electrostatics you need NLM, basically whole mechanics, vectors and SHM, right? So it's better to just revise it a little bit so that it is easy, so that the chapter electrostatics will be easy for you guys. Now then this is also important, it's important to analyze whatever you solved. So the correct ones, just see if there are better solutions for that, and the wrong ones, just analyze what your mistakes were, and the no idea ones, just check the solution. If you understand it, great. If not, just leave it for now, okay. You don't have to be 100% perfect, but it's still important to give test, because tests improve your time management skills, and it also helps you revise multiple problem types, okay. Because JEE at the end of the day, it's a what do you call it, a pattern recognition exam. So they will give you a certain question which is dependent on a certain pattern, and most of these patterns are usually in your coaching sheets or test. The goal is to remember it during the exam, okay. And the best way to improve that skill is by giving test, okay, in general, part test and full test. So the thing is, most students are scared of taking test, mainly because of the judgment involved, right? You get a mark at the end of the test, but to be honest, you don't have to look at the marks. It is not about the marks actually, because when you're starting, your marks will be low 100% of the time, right? Unless you're giving some very easy test which is which you can solve 100% of the test, it's going to be like you're going to get like 60% or 50% of the questions correct. But the point is not how much you're getting correct. The point is that you are practicing the test taking method, okay, and that is why we are giving test. So tests improve your problem solving skills, time pressure, you'll get better at managing time pressure, and also your time management skills. All of these are extremely important when you'll be giving your JEE exam, okay. So if you're not giving test, you are missing out on a lot of improvement, okay. So tests are very important, keep that in mind. Okay, and now coming to the 11th revision part, it should not ruin your class 12th prep, okay. You need to keep in mind, you're in class 12th, you are going to learn a lot of stuff for fresh, and 11th portions, while you're revising them, it shouldn't be at the cost of your class 12th prep. So the lectures, your DPPs and the tests that your teachers give you for the 12th preparation, you guys have to solve it perfectly, right? As and when the teacher tells you to. Okay, so do your current chapters properly. Otherwise, what will happen is the current chapters will become your new backlog. Okay, so This is another recommendation from my side, chapter tests. So at the start, you're going to start with electrostatics, right? Now, once electrostatics is a large chapter, so once your electrostatics is done, once again, if you're in PW batches, you can easily get a lot of tests and DPPs. So you can pick up your electrostatic sheet and randomly pick up 20-30 questions and give it like a test, okay? You don't have to overcomplicate it. But the reason for giving a chapter test is because a chapter is chapters are usually large, right? Electrostatics especially. So there are a lot of topics involved. So, and the best way to quickly revise it is by giving full test, full chapter test. Okay. So this is something also which I recommend, the chapter test. Now, after a few months of class 12th have passed, so basically, like let's say after 3 or 4 chapters of let's say physics, chemistry and math is done, what you can do is you can test the topics, all of them together, right? So the 3-4 chapters in physics, 3-4 chapters in chemistry, and same with mathematics, you can include all of them into a test, okay? You can kind of consider them as a collective test just based on the topics covered so far in 12th and give it like a test. Okay, so this will help you revise all of those topics in one single go. Okay, so and by test, like if you guys are not part of any test series or anything, you can just take your coaching material and pick up questions, right? Maybe these are questions which you couldn't solve in the first covering. So while you are covering the chapter for the first time, let's say you were not able to solve these questions, you can include that in the test, okay? So this is also important, only give like 10 to 15% of your study time to revise class 11th, okay? So you can either give like your weekend day for class 11th, or you can just little by little revise class 11th in all days, right? You can give a little bit of time to class 11th every day. So okay, so now the thing is, there is a batch, Lakshya JEE English, which some of you may already know. So this batch is for class 12th, and the start date is on the 20th. Okay, so I would recommend, if you guys are not part of a batch yet, to take Lakshya JEE, because the first thing is the lectures are going to be concise. Okay, so what does that mean? The teachers explain concepts to the point, and they don't waste time covering things that won't be asked in the exam, right? So the issue with self-studying, or if you're studying from books, let's say like Cengage or something, is that it has too many problem types and of like varying difficulties. So the thing is, let's say you're solving Cengage, okay, and the first question was easy. Okay, and the second question was, let's say, easy as well, and the third question is, let's say, hard, and you are not even understanding what happened in the third question. Now the thing is, you can't ask the doubt to anybody, right? Because it's at the end of the day you have to self-study. So the thing is, firstly, there is also the demotivation component, right? You might get demotivated that you're not able to solve the questions, and then you may like go to scroll reels, let's say, because of that. So there is a lot of problems with just self-studying, and the main issue is the efficiency part. So you are going to waste a lot of your time on maybe questions that might not even appear in your exam, right? But if you're part of a course, the teachers already know the syllabus. The teachers, because they have done a lot of analysis, they also know the most important topics. So they will also specifically explain to you what are the most important topics, okay? So you can self-study. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not against that. But the issue is the books are pretty large, right? If you're trying to self-study all the subjects together, it is going to take a lot of time. And by the time like you finish 2 or 3 chapters, right, self-studying, the coaching may finish like 5 or 6. So it's the coaching lectures are a bit more efficient, okay, much more efficient, because the teachers are experts in this and they know which questions are about to come. Okay, so that's the first thing. The second thing is you'll also get the test, right, part tests and daily DPPs. So these are of course non-negotiable, but especially the daily DPPs, which your teacher will give you after a lecture is over. And these daily DPPs will test you, and in the next class, if you have some doubts, you can get it cleared, right? Some of the questions you will have doubts, and you can get it cleared in the next class. Okay, and this is, I guess, the biggest advantage of being part of a course, other than the time management thing, right? It's much more efficient, and you can also get your doubts cleared. Okay, so yeah, that is basically it. So this course starts on the 20th. Okay, you guys can, the link is in the description if you guys are interested in joining it. So moving on. Okay, so and the last and probably the most important thing is you have to take care of your health during this preparation cycle. So and the and the key things, a lot of these things you guys already know. The first thing is sleep, and when it comes to sleep, you have to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time, and there shouldn't be much difference in like sleep and waking up time. Max to max you can like delay it by 30 minutes or 1 hour, but it shouldn't be that different. So try to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time and get like 6 to 7 hours of sleep. And then you guys already know about the diet and exercise. Exercise especially, you don't have to go to the gym and like spend like 2 hours over there. You can just do some light cardio for like 10-20 minutes, right? And yeah, that's it. So that is it for this lecture, guys. The main tips are quite the same. Lectures, RPPs, revision, and revision you can do through test. And all these are important. And another important thing is you shouldn't neglect class 11th. Okay, so that's it. Take care.